Hello guys, what is up and welcome to a new video. I am playing Rona in 5v5. She's not played too often. I still like her as a hero, but I saw that they picked Alpha and Rona does really well into Alpha intuitively, so as long as I buy a block for the Celeste and Yates, I should be okay. But it's also jungle, so my item path is going to be a bit off. So this game, I'm going to be focusing on talking about how the jungle works with the laners and ideas that you can get just based off the heroes that you have. For example, I have Reza in top lane and Gwen in bot lane, along with Vox in mid lane. I might give over this blue buff to the Vox because into a Celeste and Yates, he might do okay at best. What up? Come here. Come on. Careful for Yates. Vox gets pulled. That's okay for me. Reza here for the help. What a nice friend. I'm out of there, and I can steal this in a few seconds. I messed up. Let me just go on this guy. Oh, rough. I auto-attacked the freaking, a hero instead of the blue buff. Mechanics, it matters, and Alpha's dead. Woohoo! Alright, well, I mean, it's not really worth, but Vox gets the blue buff as I planned. So that's some 200 IQ buff transfer right there. Honestly, like, look at that. Come, I worked out. I'm kidding. Everything went terrible, and I messed up so hard not attacking the blue buff, and now we have to make up for it. But hey, Vox has the blue buff. Might be able to go gank that Celeste right now. After this short message. Alright, I'm going. How dare he? Oh boy. That was a good pull. That was good Yates B2. Good timing by team. Vox just pushing out his wave. Honestly, that Vox really just wants to farm his wave already. Like, he's been so behind on pushing that out. And he's ahead of Celeste right now. So we'll see how that goes. I didn't get a chance to see where that Alpha went, but this Reza has been doing a lot of work in the top lane. I had a good rotation because he pushed out his wave, so now the fact that he's able to, like, you know, be up in his wave and play against Ringo is going to be really good for him. Gwen doing a good job in a black feather, pushing him into the wave. I should go counter gank. Is she okay? I can counter gank this, I'm pretty sure. Cool. That's just to kind of get that Alpha away, off and away from our side of the map. Put a cam down there. Later. Alpha's here. I have my flask. She's low, so she can't do too much. Alright, so I made up for my super poor early game by just pressuring the side waves as best as I can. Alpha can be coming in soon. I get the blue buff. I'm out of there. Can I go counter gank this? I'm pinging to save his life. Ooh, I think he lives there because he has a dash. Nope. Just gonna cut my way out of here. Cool. That Ringo kind of just went in instead, so I saw he was low and he overstepped by a good amount, so best decision for me there was to just go on to him while Alpha was in reboot, not able to do anything. And Alpha is actually pushing the wave out for Ringo. Really bad idea by her. Ringo wants to keep that wave into him, but free kill. So when you gank as a jungler, you have a lot of options on what to do with the wave after, depending on how your gank goes. If you gank and you get a kill, like imagine it's a 2v1, like this gank right here. If they get the kill, which I hope they do, we'll see how this example goes. They don't get the kill, Blackfeather has to go away, but he's low. So now Blackfeather has to choose whether he needs to like recall or stay for the next wave. In my opinion, if the wave is shoving like it was right there, like it was slightly frozen, and you're winning the matchup, then you want to push the wave towards you. Sorry, keep the wave pushed towards you as best as you can. So Gwen could have recalled right there and just kind of let the wave go on to her. So we'll see if Alpha does anything to mess it up. She's pushing the wave for her a little bit. Blackfeather, I can't do anything right now unless I go around this way. See what I can do. Nice, good job by Gwen. I'm gonna buy some items real quick, then go down.
Allied hero killed.
Oh god, I messed that one up hard. Fat fingered it. That's embarrassing. I mean, I never claimed to be great mechanically, but as you can see, I ran past her. I should have just left my auto attack. I'll show you an example of why I did that and how I played that poorly, but regardless, that was just a bad job. So yeah, like I was saying, like if you mess up your wave hard in lane, a good laner can punish you for it if they know anything about wave management. I'm gonna take this blue to head on over. Just gonna get some poke off on them. Some trade. Relieve the pressure for Vox. That's all I'm doing as a jungler right now.
Allied hero killed.
Oh boy, that's a big wave going in there. I should have looked down there. Should be one up there. I'm just gonna go down for this Blackfeather. Try to prevent him from getting the turret. Might be able to. Nice. Prevented him from getting the turret because he overstayed by a good amount. And now we get a kill. I think I might push that with her in a second. Tower. Alpha's still topside, so we can get the tower here in a reverse push. I'll try to give the gold over to her like a considerate jungler that I am. Cool. She got the gold because I am a considerate fellow. And this Blackfeather's trolling. What up? You have no turret. Oh, Gwen! And I'm recalling right there. Go away, minion. What's your problem? Oh! Alright. Well, if that minion didn't troll me, I would have been able to recall. What an MVP minion. He does his job better than most laners. Alright, so that worked out okay. The Gwen has a lead on the Blackfeather by a few hundred gold. Our team has a lead by a few thousand gold. So now this is a point in time where I'm giving the buffs over to my laners so that we can transfer from me impacting their lanes to them impacting the game. Laners take buffs. Go mid. What up? Alright, go ghosting now. We got 2 kills. Good time to get ghosting. They're actually super low, so I'm not sure. Oh, what up? Big yikes.
Allied hero
Alright,
killed.
that may or may not have been really bad. I'm just gonna get this healer. I thought that Black Feather was gonna run away. Sorry. Lots of mistakes on my part, but I don't really get too caught up on the mistakes that the tower! They were so close to that tower. There you go, friends. I don't really get too caught up on my mistakes. I know some of you might. Oh, there we go. Don't take this stone, it's mine. Thanks. I wanted to kill though. See, this Gwen is like really paying off right now. You invest in someone and she does work, but her build is poop. Oh no. Poison Shiv, Breaking Point has to be by far one of the weirdest combinations I've ever seen. Because, because you don't get any of the base damage off. I think if anyone saw my last video, I talked about how you need like 120 weapon power from Sorrow Blade helps the tension bow. But the 35 weapon power from Poison Shiv does not help tension bow. So you're kind of missing out on a lot of key points from tension bow. I'm going to get this turret because we got 2 kills right now. I know they're chasing, but I'd rather this objective since they're already dead. Or not probably already dead, but they have a chance of dying. Now I'm going to help out. Reza got away on his own. I'm not going to go to that. Top wave is pushing. This is a good time to go towards a Ghost Ring, just off of macro details. So like, if this wave is shoving, someone has to answer. Easy logic, right? So now we just go down over here. That guy walked up like crazy. 3 people topside. I'm doing this. Pretty free. 2 in mid, 1 in top. They shouldn't be able to come and contest this. Alpha is just chilling there. Res is putting a lot of pressure top side, which is really good. Break the real quick and send whole cart. She used her stun. I'm a chill. Ooh, hey, what up? How you doing? That girl is still there, Celeste, so I'm gonna be careful here. I'm actually just gonna go get buff. I'm going over here. Because they provided a lot of pressure. There's 3 on top side. Gwen realistically needs to catch a wave. Sadly, I don't want to do that job for her. Because that's her... That's okay. Sorry. I almost messed up there. It's not her farm. At this point, it's not her farm. But I'm doing her the favor and letting her have a chance to at least go get it. Which she isn't. They're team fighting. That's okay. Our team fights are going to be super good right now. And, okay, now she's coming down. Okay. I'm going to just start it because I want this person. So, Reza, I haven't touched his lane, as you might have been able to tell right now, but he's doing well. The question is, why is he doing well? Early game, as a top laner, you may or may not be in a bad situation, depending on all your waves and blah, blah, blah. Actually, I'm going to start Black Claw. There's 2 people dead right now, and they have to catch top wave. So, he invested because his lane was doing pretty well. He does well into Ringo, but he came down over here. Remember the early game blue buff? He invested into that and it paid off. Like he got a few kills, I think, like 1 or 2, and that really, really helped him start up his lead. Ooh, hey, what up, Cam? Okay, this might be a bad idea. You're dead.
Your ally is
Never walk ahead of
unbeatable.
your axe.
What the heck?
Ally shut down.
I'm gonna hard push this wave because they have 3 dead, and the Celeste is gonna have to either answer me or the Black Claw. So I'm gonna push. So yeah, the Reza invested into our team by rotating down. I invested into mostly my mid and bot. If you saw me gank the mid, it was just for mostly pressure, maybe a bit of like damage and kills, and it worked because my team cleaned up. And then for the Gwen, I helped her out by coming down bot against the Black Feather, pressuring him out of lane, and reverse pushing. Should I be here? No, I'm good.
Ally hero killed.
I'm out of there. And they're coming up. So I am going to run until I see just the alpha, and then I will fight her. Hey, what up? What the? Alright, you know what? Big question mark. I don't know how she didn't see me, or maybe she just ran past me. But that was a big question mark. I'm gonna go shop and then go help out my team. Buying Storm Crown like a jungler should, because it helps out with objective control. We have a fat lead, so I say we get this. Top is not pushing towards us anymore. It's still pushing towards us, so potentially risky call because she's really low. Fox needs to zone. Fox is zoning. This choke point is super important. So great job to my team for recognizing that importance. Fighting for that vision in that choke point really does decide who is going to get the ghost ring. Like, okay, who's going to have a higher chance to get the ghost ring? Because crazy things always happen, and yes, you can steal away the ghost ring, and this Gwen needs to take her damn buffs. Get your buffs. Your buffs.
I crossed the donkey.
It really decides who gets the control over the area, right? So if you have control on that area, they have to funnel through this choke point too. There are 2 key choke points. So I'm gonna go top actually. And infuse too. What up? I am protector of this lane. I'm dying. This ring goes in too. Ooh, Beyblade! Dude, I got a lot of stacks off that. Alright, team, clean up. That was a fun one. That was like the perfect orgasm for Ronas. Holy crap, that was amazing. I got a block from, what was it? Catherine blocked for me. I didn't get stunned on anything. Oh my god. Wait, I'm trolling. Let's go in. Okay, so once that ends, people tend to push that wave out, and they're like, oh, get the, see that? Like that, we could just end. Okay, never mind. Either one could be fine. But just get the open area and then go end. I'm gonna work on my CS number. Okay, no, I'm trolling. I'm gonna end the game. Alright, what a good team fight. All started because our team rotated up for this area. So really good job by them. I guess since I was all over the place, the biggest way I want you to think about this game was what you're investing in for the game and is it paying off. That Reza heavily carried, obviously he was a god, but he invested the early game by rotating down to my blue buff. And although it didn't pay off for me, I guess, it paid off for him because I think he got a kill, and that helped him just snowball his lead. He does well into Ringo already, and he just uses a Ringo and punishes him every time he walks up. And for me, I invest in my laners, my mid and bot. As you saw, I gave the gold all over to the Gwen. I wasn't greedy with that, and I ganked her, I think, once maybe, and she did really well. And she already did well on her own. So even though it was a small investment, it did pay off. And like that relationship turns over because I gave her all my red buffs, even though I'm Rona. Vox, I spent a good amount of time in mid lane. Just even if there were weird ganks, it was to get some health off. I think I died maybe once. If not, then I just trade a lot of health for my health, and then I recall. But Vox gets lane domination off of that. Him getting that early level 2 buff was really good when he got the blue. So here are the builds. Black Feather was going to go for a Bone Saw. Pretty good, in my opinion. He needed to go a bit more tinky, though. Eve of Harvest, second on Celeste. Not bad. I would have gone Shatter, but I can see how Eve is a decent choice. Gwen did a lot of damage, but I don't like the Poison Shiv. Go Sorrow Blade. Like 99% of the time, Sorrow Blade is really, really good. Vox, AC, Eve into Dragon's Eye, standard for him. Ringo, Sorrow Blade, Poison Shiv. I don't know about that one. I would probably just go into Breaking Point, but then again, I'm a Ringo one trick, and like, I like my own way of playing Ringo. Some people definitely do it differently. I know someone in the high tier community plays like Sorrow Blade, Tension Bow, Breaking Points, Tornado Trigger, so there's also that kind of build. But everything else is pretty standard. Support's doing a good job. Sadly, we just had a better Reza. I mean, Reza really, really carried this game. So invest in your junglers, and invest in your laners, and understand if you get a buff, it is yours to do something with. Do not waste it, and do not just let everything sit around or anything like that, alright? So I hope you learned that a little bit more about investing in your teammates and yourself and what you're doing in the game. And along with that, just a lot of my thought process on how the game goes, but overall concept, invest, and hopefully it pays off for you. Hopefully you guys can let me know your experiences on how you work as a jungler and what you do to your jungler, like if you steal his buffs level 1 and all that good stuff. So thanks for watching, guys. I genuinely appreciate it. Like and subscribe if possible. I would love it if you did. It helps this channel not only grow, but it helps other people see these videos, and I hope I can share it with as many people as possible. So thanks for watching, and see you next video.